Canon is once again stirring up the entire camera community in the most dramatic way possible, and photographers, videographers, tech reviewers, cinematographers, and hybrid creators across the world are losing their minds because the long-awaited Canon R7 Mark II rumor cycle has officially reached maximum chaos mode, with every tiny whisper turning into full-scale speculation as people refresh rumor websites like they're checking cryptocurrency charts or waiting for a rare sneaker drop. And what's even wilder is the fact that Canon barely confirmed anything at all. Yet the excitement is exploding anyway because the original R7 set a pretty solid foundation for APS-C shooters who wanted powerful performance without paying flagship full-frame prices. And now everyone wants to know whether the R7 Mark II will finally bring massive upgrades like a stacked APS-C CMOS sensor, next-generation digic processing, improved thermal management, deeper buffers, oversampled 6K recording, 4K, 120 frames per second, enhanced subject detection autofocus powered by machine learning, better dynamic range for low-light shooters, and all the high-level features people have been begging for ever since Canon entered the RF mount era. But before we get too deep into the APS-C dream wishlist, there is another piece of the puzzle, the Canon R6 Mark III, which Canon is officially announcing on November 6, 2025. And even though the R6 series is extremely popular for its hybrid balance of photography and video features, more creators than ever are ignoring that announcement because the only thing dominating online conversations right now is the question, where is the Canon R7 Mark II? And it's honestly hilarious because Canon fans seem more excited for a crop sensor camera than a full-frame release, which practically never happens, but here we are. And according to all the schedules, analysis, and leak patterns available, Canon is clearly saving the APS-C lineup for 2026, which means anybody hoping to upgrade from their R7 this Christmas should slow down and rethink their timelines because Canon is not releasing the R7 Mark II in 2025, no matter how many clickbait thumbnails try to convince you otherwise. And if you've followed Canon for years, you already know this is exactly how they operate. They push out a series of full-frame bodies. First, let those models build hype, allow firmware updates to refine the experience, stabilize supply chain operations, and then pivot back to APS-C with a much bigger launch window to avoid splitting their own market attention. If we actually map out Canon's known and expected schedule, the entire roadmap starts making perfect sense. November 6, 2025, the Canon R6 Mark III gets announced. On November 20, 2025, that same camera begins shipping worldwide. In December 2025, we are expected to see the Cinema EOS C50 arrive, giving filmmakers another compact cine option. And then comes early 2026, which is shaping up to be the moment when Canon shifts its spotlight back to APS-C, opening the door for the long-awaited R7 Mark II. But here's where things get even more interesting. CP Plus 2026, one of the biggest camera exhibitions in the world, is happening in Yokohama, Japan on February 25, 2026, and Canon often uses CP Plus either to tease new gear or to drop major announcements, yet last year they showed up with the PowerShot V1, which had the same excitement level as watching someone test shutter lag on a budget camera. So many creators are expecting Canon to redeem themselves in 2026 by coming in strong with a major APS-C reveal instead of another entry-level vlogging toy. But based on historical patterns, if I had to bet money, the R7 Mark II reveal is most likely going to happen in March 2026 because that timing lets Canon catch the leftover CP Plus hype without overshadowing their own R6 Mark III launch. And it aligns perfectly with how Canon usually spaces out their announcements. And if the whispers are accurate, 2026 might actually become the year of APS-C for Canon because multiple sources are suggesting not only an R7 Mark II but also a potential R10 Mark II refresh and even an APS-C version of the Cinema C50, which would be absolutely wild because it would finally show Canon giving serious attention to crop sensor content creators who want high performance without massive full-frame workflow demands. Just imagine if Canon dropped an R7 Mark II with a backside illuminated stacked APS-C sensor with blazing fast readout speeds that reduce roll-ing shutter dramatically, improved high ISO performance that boosts low light details, advanced autofocus powered by deep learning that recognizes birds, cars, aircraft, animals, insects, athletes, faces, and eyes with greater accuracy, plus oversampled 6K video for crisp and cinematic detail, 4K 120 frames per second slow motion, unlimited recording with stronger heat dissipation, new color science improvements, expanded dynamic range, built-in digital ND filters, stronger IBIS performance, longer battery life, and a newly redesigned, more ergonomic body with better grip and refined button layout. If Canon actually delivered all that, the R7 Mark II would instantly become one of the most competitive APS-C cameras ever made and could even challenge some full-frame hybrids from Sony, Panasonic, and Nikon. But at the same time, seasoned Canon fans know that Canon rumors are basically the photography equivalent of online dating profiles, half truth, half wishful thinking, and the real story is usually somewhere in the middle. Which is why we won't know anything until Canon finally shows the official product shots, trailers, sample footage, and tech specs. Until then, all we can do is speculate, debate, dream, and enjoy the ride because the hype is half the fun. So what do you think Canon is planning? Will the R7 Mark II finally bring groundbreaking APS-C performance? Will Canon deliver the stacked sensor people want? Will they surprise us with new autofocus features? Or will they play it safe with incremental updates that spark endless arguments in the comments section? Drop your hottest predictions below, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for more tech rumors and camera breakdowns, and stay tuned because I will continue covering every major leak, update, and announcement as we get closer to 2026. Until next time, stay creative, keep shooting, keep exploring new techniques, and I'll catch you in the next video.